Hello, hello. Welcome back to another Pacific Conquest tournament, baby. Hosted by RTK, brought to you by me. It's going to be a great combo like that of bacon and eggs, shakes and burgers, and Mike Tyson and goddamn Jake Paul beating the shit out of each other tonight. Excited for that, as well as some of the first opening rounds we're going to get in here. I am forewarning everybody in the chat, there will be a quick intermission while I watch the first round of Jake and Mike fight it out. Oh god, what is wrong with my resolution? I think maybe when I updated my, no? Okay. The game just started tweaking. When I loaded up Warhammer, it just like had the tiniest little text of all time. Oh, this does seem weird. Oh yeah, yep, it messed up the resolution for no reason. Let's see. Let's go to what our resolution should be, which is that one. There we go. It changes. Yes. Okay. I believe we can get that out of the way now. Bada boom, bada bing. For some reason, that was really odd. It the NVIDIA graphics update totally messed up my my little resolution there. All right, but we're back in action. We're ready to go. It is time to find out if we have any games here from round one. I can and will show you the bracket every once in a while, but we're just going to go just rapid fire because usually that's what ends up happening, and then we just have replays upon replays. Oop, and then someone got a double buy around. No! Well, there was either a sneaky drop or something happened. Let's see if there's any, okay, let's go to the battle type. We got Conquest, Shetland versus Grim. Ah, there we go. We'll go to Shetland. He's hosting a tournament in 2 days' time on Sunday the 17th. We used to have these tourneys back in Warhammer 2 days called King's Cup. It was always a good time. He's bringing it back for the good old times' sake. Nope. Let's go to Screen Blocker here. Seems about right. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have Chaos Dwarfs versus Vampire Crest. I believe this is another single faction tournament, so we are only going to be seeing one faction per player here. And we'll see how Shetland fares. He's been bringing Chaos Dwarfs for quite a while, so I think he's going to slowly start honing his skill with these guys. Although he keeps taking builds that I think on the, like, on the approach are ridiculous, and then he ends up winning the first few rounds with them. And then I think once he reaches some of the more tough competition, it gets a little sketchy. But yeah, man, his builds are so crazy. I mean, they're really fun. They're really absurd. But yeah, God, what a guy. All right, then we're seeing Grimbat with a Vampire Coast build that I mean, that looks pretty damn good. I don't know. This looks like a very legit build, or at least like one that Anticity would be proud of. Like, I don't know. Will Shetland's like shenanigans win him through another crazy matchup, or will he will his memes pay the price today? I do not know. Yeah, I'm not even sure about this matchup really. A while ago it was not good for Chaos Dwarves, and then a few buffs, many patches later, I'm not sure where exactly they stand against Coast. I feel like Coast still, with their cannons, actually can like decimate all of their artillery. So it's like, I guess you could bring artillery or the train, but I feel like Coast is like very equipped to deal with those. Because maybe the Lords, maybe the Flying Lords, but they can also get focused by gunners. I mean, it's more so that, like, as Chaos Dwarfs, you're going to crump their front line. More than likely, even in a melee ground, you're going to crump them. But the range advantage Coast has on them is fairly significant in that particular lineup of units there. Oh, yeah, chugging a Guinness. The best beer in the world. Not really, but I really like it. I don't know what it is about dark beers and me, bro, but like them rich, Like, even though, like, it's hilarious because Guinness is actually, like, some of the lowest in calorie, uh, like, the lowest caloric beer, and it also has, like, just the most rich flavor. Like, it just tastes like you're just drinking, like, a cake or something, but it's actually less calories than if you, like, popped open, like, an IPA or some shit. Mm. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I got the mute button in time for that. My sniffle's going crazy. I mostly just need to clean up my room. My room's pretty like dirty, gross right now. Not like quite Asmongold levels, but like it's not more so. It's more so like yeah, I guess Asmongold isn't very like I mean, but he's disorganized too. Like he leaves like actual trash around. I don't leave like trash, but I let things get dusty, which is a problem. You know, letting things get dusty is never a great way to be. But here we is. You know, orcs don't care about dust. They don't care about crust. They just want that crump. All right. In for... Oh, I kind of reduced the... No. I still have a little bit of swagger on my camera. Okay. For the HQ of Shetland, we have an Astrogoth. Lovely. What does he actually have here? Cascading Fire Cloak, I approve. Burning Wrath, I don't know if I approve. Killing Fire, I don't approve, but Kindle Flame is great, in my opinion. Does he have the Black Hammer? No. I really think he should start bringing the BBH, the Big Black Hammer, because it really does, like, do wonders. And he has the Talisman of Sibian that negates magical weapons on his Bull Center Torok, which is an anti-large hero. And then he has Guardian, which will help Astrogoth, I guess. Very nice. Does he have any other single entities here? You got the Deathstreaker, 2 Infernal Guard with Fire Glaives. Oh, the green armor, so sick. We have a Sneaky Git in the back with some daggers, throwing ninja stars, Naruto style. Infernal Ironsworn, 2 of those, 3 of those, nope, just Blazing Beards, 2 of those and the Blazing Beards. Yeah. And then a bunch of laborers, like the slave, I mean labor driving people that the Chaos Dwarves are, my apologies. For the coast, we got a classic Nocti move. Look at him there, look at the little guy. He's got a Pit of Shades, no cost Mystifying Miasma. Wow, very bare bones. I think most Noctis are not this bare bones, but he did get a pretty large army for that, so that's an interesting tactic. We got Pirate Gunnery Mob, 5 of those, 4 of those with the handguns, long range, nice. And then 5 Deckhand Mob with just regular melee, so this is quite interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got some Shade Wraith Gunners, he's got 2 cannons. And then he has a bunch of animated Hulks and the Lamprey's Revenge, which is that really good ROR, the Promethean Gunnery Mob who just sit up here and shoot and regen and do all sorts of gross things. More importantly, can the Shade Wraiths and the cannons fend off the Deathstreaker in the early game? They probably should. We got 450 range on the Carronades, 420 on the Deathstreaker. I don't know if changing its modes change its... I don't think it changes its range. So, yeah. Shadow's going to get some pot shots here onto the handgunners. If you could delete one of those, it'd probably be pretty good. Still wouldn't get the value of the Death Streak. It's more so that, like, as soon as these things get into position, if they get into position, which they really should, because they should want to take out this thing as fast as possible. It's just free value, while the point is ticking away here, waiting to be unlocked. See what a good volley from the Deathstreak does here. Anytime soon? You gonna fire, buddy? Okay. Okay. You know, 8 casualties. What, like not 1,000 damage, but yeah, 1,000 damage approximately. You know, not the worst little volley there. If he just got off another one, he might be able to slowly churn his way. But this looks like it's going to be a Shetland special again, where we're waiting for the positioning of these 2 armies. I'm surprised, yeah, these Carronades need to move up, probably. Shade Rays should feel comfortable getting in really anywhere here. This just seems like on face value just a disaster for the Dwarfs. But yet again, if they get some good favorable trades, like this is unnecessary. The Lamprey's Revenge can take this, and they have regen, so I guess that's kind of maybe where the logic's going. But oh my god, look at that damage, man! Here's the thing about regen too: is it takes extra damage from fire, and fire glaives use fire ammo because they are fiery bastards. Yeah, Deathstreaker's starting to die slowly here to the Carronades. Lamprey's probably going to take another volley to the dome from these Infernal Guard and just absolutely get obliterated. Except they're not firing. So this is just, I don't know what's going on in this battle. All sorts of stuff's going on. Okay, Shade Wraiths come in and they start dunking on the Blazing Beards along with these two handgunners. These guys are absolutely getting toasted. Infernal Guard slapping up on the Lamprey's Revenge. Yeah, there's some trades going on. It's going probably fairly favorably for Coast, except for the fact that these Lampreys are already about to crumble. If he had brought up these two in both Fire Glaives, he actually would have just straight up murdered the Lamprey's Revenge entirely for that little ballsy excursion there they made. But they will just slowly regen. I don't think they lost any models, so technically if they just regen a bunch, no harm, no foul, aside from, the heal cap being severely damaged there. Deathstreaker comes back. He is targeting another gunnery mob. I think at the end of the day you probably want to target the Shade Wraiths. Just because, okay, so we're getting oh, that's a Burning Wrath from the gods. Does it continue to deal damage to more models? Okay, sort of. Yeah, that was a good one, and that hit the Lampreys too. I still think you could probably take out the Shade Wraiths like the fastest. This is magical damage too. Yeah, the Death Streak does magical damage too, so it just like would obliterate these things. Okay, that thing is destroyed. R.I.P. Death Streak. Torox, Shield and Torok. Not Torox, because I guess that's another guy, because there's just a billion different characters that have very similar names in Warhammer. Fantasy setting 101. Ironsworn getting beat up by some animated Hulks. They will actually win just because of pure stats here. Animated Hulks will trade decently well just because they're armor piercing and high weapon strength. A single alone Astrogoth will get absolutely booty slammed here. Not only going to get shot, which is kind of crazy that they're able to shoot it. Are they actually going to get shots off here? Or is that just that one guy? Yeah, they're getting shots off like point blank into him. That's nasty business. Lampreys or Rotting Prometheans are gross, but that's just nasty. Point blank shots by everything in the unit is gross. Yeah, zombie. It's just the value seems to be very much, and it's not even about the value. It's just about positional situations here. We got healthy carronades. I just keep wanting to call them cannons, but I guess they're carronades. The carronades are free to do whatever. The Shade Wraiths are going to cook, and they have like all their ammo. There's not a lot of skirmish or like Wolf Riders to shut down any of the guns. We have healthy animated Hulks everywhere. I'm just not seeing, aside from like maybe more like Lamprey blunder things, like just running units up into the Infernal Guard to die. But they can just get shot to death by the carronades and the Shade Wraiths by just kiting back as well. So I think this is hard. Big guns never tire. I know. Isn't that a oh, what is that? Is that a 40k rule? Is that a 40k rule? That sounds like a 40k rule. It sounds like something. I feel like that's something that like you'd have on some like plasma gun or something, or plasma cannon. Carronades. Yeah, I don't really know what to say because the Torok's gonna die. The Lord is gone. I think it's just over for Dwarfs, baby. Sorry. Sorry, Shetland, I love you, dog, but this is it for you. Give up on your dreams and die. I mean, give it your best. Yeah, these guys are going to get some pot shots. Laborer's just going to sit here like chumps, because if they move up, they get shot and die instantly. Noctilus, I guess, if Noctilus gets sniped, that'd be hilarious. I don't even know if that'd be game, even at this point. But it would be funny if he just died like uber quick to some Infernal Guard. Put him on guard mode. Click the guard mode, then just start firing. Or, let's see, where's your range? No, you're very far from the Shade Wraiths. Oh. Yeah, that was just piecemeal brutality, man. That's why you don't send in your stuff piecemeal. And I think Shetland's, like, definitely dusting off the rust here, which is totally fair. I am, myself, extremely rusty and get frustrated when I am not playing the game optimally. But there is some stuff here that definitely is just very easy to recognize once you play a little bit more and start kind of understanding that just sending in one unit at a time is not a good idea. But, you know, there's still some game to be played. Like, if some blunders happen, like, in terms of... Oh my god, is Noctilus... Oh, I thought that was Noctilus for a second. No, that's the Ironsworn. You know, there's still some pieces to compromise here. I just don't think you, as the Chaos Dwarf player, have any way to kill Noctilus aside from gunfire. If you guys can, like... If you can finish these guys off, you can snipe Nocti, and then maybe your Ironsworn get in on the guns, and you compromise the guns. You need to compromise all this stuff is the issue. And he has a healthy animated, 2 healthy animateds, Infernal, Ironsworn getting Miasmid, and then triple shot. Things are looking rough, rather rough. Man, Infernal, yep, they just killed those guys, even though they're just kind of standing there. You know, GG to Grimbat and Shetland, mighty fight here. Let's see how the rounds are going. Oh, there's a Romulan. Wait, is Romulan in this tournament? I might have to go find the boy's game. The lad, the dog sensei. He must be acquired. Romulan's a good friend and fellow battle buddy from the good old days of Warhammer 2. GG to our 2 competitors here. Lots of ridiculousness in that battle. I think, like, again, like, Shetland's builds are crazy. Strategy's crazy. Sometimes they take people off guard and absolutely smash them. And other times, they kind of get picked apart, unfortunately. And this was a picked apart moment. You know, bringing artillery against the coast is just rough as Chaos Dwarfs, in my experience. You just can't really get the upper hand unless you try so hard that the rest of your army is kind of shite and not able to support you that much. And then you're just kind of like relying on a gimmick and praying that they don't have too much compromise. Which he didn't really have that much, but he could just move up with the animated Hulks if he felt like he was outgunned and then still contest the range with the Shade Wraiths and the Carnage. So I think it's a little bit of a rough matchup, but it's also like, I think you have to take a different mindset into it. Like, you have to rush them or go mid-range or go kind of something. But GG to both players, was very fun. All right. Bone out of here. Xenos meeting. There's an XMT game I'm seeing. Shell and Grim. No spectate on that. No spectate on that. I'm gonna, if Romulus's game is open, I'm going to hit that up. Hopefully he sees that message before he starts the game, but who knows? Yeah, what does Big Guns Never Tire from, JP? Or are you just going to leave me hanging in the chat forever, bro? Forever. Duh. But I think I want to say that is 40k rule, and I want to say it's on Colossal stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. That's an Imperial Guard thing, I think. 40k Big Guns. Is that an Imperial Guard thing? Let's find. Never fire. Yeah, okay, no, so it's for vehicles. Okay. Yeah, right. Well, it's a ruling, right? Yeah, it's Wording C. Oh, I guess it has to do with like guns on vehicles or on mounted. From 5th edition, I think. Okay. There's probably a bunch of they probably reused the fuck out of that. Knowing them, knowing Games Workshop, they definitely reused that. Romulus does not open a spectate slot. I am sad. Somebody wants to open spec slot. All right. While we wait to see if anyone does or will do that, I'm gonna go see how the fight is progressing and see if the round 1 has started. I don't think it has, but maybe I'm wrong. Torsen, right now. Okay, well, he's waiting on round 2, so we did a round 1. We'll go to round 2 since it seems like there's not a lot of. Oh wait, looks like there's a spectator here. Okay, gonna go to Romulans. I think is this Romulans? Yeah, I knew it. You spelled Rommel wrong or whatever. But okay. Screen blocker. The Undertaker classic. I'll be right back, guys. Guys and girl. Okay, we back. Don't mind the dogs. They're just chilling. Alright, we got Scaven, a Roman Dog classic. He's bringing a lord I really have enjoyed. And we got Team Kings with Zeus, the king of the gods. And he actually bought a lord I like too. So yeah. I think this will be an interesting one. I haven't seen Romulan play in a while. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if Zeus, the king of the gods, can defeat the Crumpinator here. The Krumpenstein. Yes. For some reason, like I have, don't think I have stream mode on for thingy, but it seems like I do. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Or maybe just have to refresh it. Okay, no, okay. Well, whatever. But yeah, God, I hope that Mike Tyson absolutely obliterates Jake Paul. But physics, reality, and age are telling us that it is probably unlikely. But no one really knows because we are talking about one of the best athletes possibly ever. And then we're talking about, Jake Douchebag Paul, who essentially is not like a bad boxer, is the tragic aspect of this. But he's not like amazing. Like he would never have a chance against a prime Tyson. And I think everybody in the world knows that. It's just that like he's getting some good fundamentals and he's young and he's in the prime of his life. And those are really strong aspects, regardless of skill or technique there. So that is going to be one of the main factors, but I think they're doing another pre-fight. I think it's going to be a women's fight, boxing match before. But before we do that, we're gonna see Scaven and Tomb Kangs. Hopefully, I don't think they're choosing armies still. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go find out what if these guys are round 1 or round 2 here. We're gonna refresh the bracket. So this is round 2, which is fine. I guess they're waiting to play their round 2 game. I would just play. I don't know if they're waiting or if what's going on. They haven't touched their armies in a while. Let's see. So I think they're waiting, and I think they probably were told to, and I understand that. But also, I think we just want a game on our hands at this point. At this point in time, the dead time has begun to seep into the stream. We must keep it rolling, brother. I didn't mind the other tournaments where the tournament has kept on rolling. Because, it just keeps the energy of the stream and everybody excited and wanting to watch the stuff. So, I'm fine with stuff rolling, but also I understand from their organizational standpoint of the RTK hosty boys, I would completely understand if they didn't want people to go and charging full throttle. But also, it's already round 2, I think. But yeah, they have not changed their builds for quite some time. I don't know if someone's stepped away, what the deal is. But we are encroaching on the point where I might try to go into a different lobby. This is, You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. That's my boy. They massacred my boy. And this boy meaning my stream, my energy. Alright, Rumph. Rumph. Don't make me guys. I'll do it. Oh shit. Okay, so he's not even playing Scaven. What is he doing? What's going on? I'm confused. Okay, so he's going to Lizards. I think he just came back. Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't think Romulan will take a billion years to make stuff, knowing Romulan. And if he does, then, he's the slow G now. That's how it works. The curse of the slow G will pass to him, and every time he tries to make an army, he has to ponder it for like 10 minutes. But how's everybody else's day going? Mine is pretty good. I was working on a intro. So I have this little orc intro before the stream starts or whatever. But I was remembering back in the day when Turin would before his streams he had this really cool collage or compilation of cinematic in-engine battle scenes from all the trailers of Total War Warhammer over the years. And I pretty much gathered huge amount of let me go look in the folder. It's it's 46 clips. Yeah, it's 46 different clips from all the trailers. And started piecing together a intro theme song with all the trailer clips. And so far it's going pretty cool. I'm actually fairly close. I wanted to get it done for today. I just didn't have the time. Otherwise, I definitely would have premiered that for today's tournament, but that'll be probably going for it. I hopefully this weekend I might even play in the King's Cup, uh, and stream my perspective of that. Um, and if I do, hopefully I'll have that ready for then. Um, because yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, man, that was really cool, and like some of the older trailers are so insane. Like, I mean, there's some that like just cinematically like are well made and like have crazy narrative and the characters are amazing and stuff. And then you like go through the years, and no offense to like the team or whatever, I'm sure it's just timing and budget and resources, but like sometimes some of the newer trailers, like the Thrones of Decay one, makes me actually die. Like it's hilarious. Like because there's some really cool shots. There's a couple like cool shots of like each of the main factions of like Tomar Khan, Elspeth, Malachi, and they each have some pretty cool like intro shots and pretty cool like shots of their new units and stuff. But there's no narrative and there's no like stakes and like tension or anything like that. But the most hilarious part is that like they're all combining like the dwarf army and the Nurgle army and then the Empire army, and they all like converge on this like street in the middle of this Empire town. And because I think when they start fading out, they use the like just like in engine, so they're just having Elspeth like fly as an actual dragon, but they didn't cut it in time. So if you watch that trailer, you'll see Elspeth like charge towards this like battle, and then if you keep watching her Carmine Dragon as it fades out, she just flies past the battle and just keeps going into nowhere. Like she just flies off into the horizon, and you're just like, what? Like you just flew right past where all the people are like fighting, and she's like, "Caw!" And you're just like, "Oh no, what?" That doesn't make any sense. And then you just have like fucking masterpieces of like the Dark Elf one with like Malekith being just like terrifying, like just terrorizing like in High Elf City, like. It is what just the dichotomy of trailer. All right. All right. Let's get the screen log out of here. Oh yeah. Zeus versus Kratos. I mean Romulus. Domulan, Bobomulan. All right. Um, let's start with the dog and see what his HQ is looking like here. Oh yeah, just a fatty salon of life, of course. Got the blood statue and a spite. Okay, a little shield of the old one. Such a good passive. Banishment, such a good passive, or not passive. Such a good bound or whatever. Not even bound. Just like the ability to just have Earthblood regrowth, classic, life bloom, bada boom. Very diverse. Or he can do a lot with his healing. AoE healing or single entity healing. And he's going to want a single entity because he's the Shredder. What a Chad. He has 2 red cresteds and 4 regular skinks. He's got the Colossodon Hunters, which are the anti-large Ripperdactyls, which are very good. And they have the Rage, which can boost their damage. And then 2 Fire Leech Bolas. Interesting. And then we got the Quaddle. How could I miss the Quaddle? It's the regular Quaddle. And Lesser Chain Lightning. I don't mind the Quaddle, just like one, it's a good unit now, and 2, it like just protects your like lords, man. Like if you just have a squishy like Mazdamundi or a squishy Slan, you can just sit it there, and like long range can't really do shit about it unless they get up close personal and undetect your stuff. Cetra the Imperishable on his cat, of course, because the cats are menaces right now. Djap's Incantation is a good buff, and Incantation of Vengeance, which is a nasty DPS spell that like will melt squishier units. There's not really any for him to do that particularly well. I guess with the Colossodon Hunters might get targeted with that. He has 2 Ushabti with Great Bows, one of course being the ancient Chosen of the Gods, like literally just an auto pick since the release of TK. Like they've just always been in every other army, I swear, since like they released. Sphinx of Usect, which is a very nice Necro Sphinx. They're just skeleton warriors, spearmen in the front, Warriors in the back. Horsemen, all 4 of them in the back as well. And we have a little chariot, you know. We'll see how these light chariots do with the chariot changes they got recently changed in the news patch. Very good stuff. We want to see all units have somewhat their role. Some may be better than others, but they should try to do what they're meant to do on the battlefield, I always say. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. Do I have any predictions? I want to go with the dog, because he's going to, I think, if he is feeling himself, he definitely probably has the experience on this player, unless Zeus is hiding under a different name that I don't know from the old days. Or if Zeus is very practiced himself in the modern era here. So I don't know too much about Zeus' background, but I know Romulan Dog has participated in many tournaments, played with many high-level players in the past. So he should be able to pull out the good old micro of the gods. But we are up against a cat. We are up against just the annoyingness of TK, which is I have sticky infantry. I have Ushabti. I have scary monsters. And there's not a lot of stuff that's really going to be able to clear through this front line, actually, that quickly, if you think about it. The skinks, not going to be able to clear the red-crested skinks, perhaps, yes. But if they get charged by the horsemen and dealt with appropriately, there's not... You're going to be able to tarp it a lot. And the issue is you don't have too much clear because you're a life slon, not a fire slon. So you can't do, like, a burning head or any really AoE unless you brought the dwellers from below. The Quaddle's got his good old lesser chain lightning spells and thunderbolts, but those will have to be timed properly and in the right time to break the lines of set. Well, I guess chain lightning actually is a vortex. Okay? Yeah. So the chain lightning might be able to come in clutch if he breaks the right opportunity here, right? So hidden, crouching shredder, hidden toad here, but the toad is too slow and is not being hidden anymore. Quaddle's getting shot, but who cares about that? You know, I mean, obviously it'll take a lot of damage, but I think it has a good amount of physical resist, or not physical, missile resist. Kitty is reigning free here, and the chariots are going to absolutely start shredding a lot of this infantry. And so this is where it comes in. The crucial engagement's kind of right here. We need to make or break this line so then we can penetrate his feeble backline and use the Pterodon Riders that definitely need to be moving up and start fire leeching the infantry and the fire leech bolas right now. I think in this current era are not that good. The Shredder is getting absolutely beat up to high heaven by the Great Bows and the Anti-Large Sphinx, which is getting buffed even, and this thing is going down faster than like you know, Jake Paul in round 1 hopefully. You know, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna regrowth here. Did he regrowth? No, he's not regrowthing. He just... What is he getting buffed from? Primal Instincts. Okay, from the damage, right? This Shredder's about to die, and that's definitely game if the Shredder dies. Yeah, Shredder's getting escorted off. Maybe the Pterodon Riders can stop the Horsies from escorting them off. The Skeleton Warriors coming in. The Slans just kind of waddling through the lines. Hey, at least these Spearmen are getting wrecked. Probably still need the Quaddle here and the Fire Leech Bow. The Quaddle's full healthy. Yeah, definitely needs to come over here. Pterodon Riders, Skeleton Horsemen. Yeah, they're trying to peel them, but it's really hard. They need to kind of go up and around and like try to block them from surrounding the Shredder and getting too many attacks off of the Shredder. And so they can maybe disconnect that like chasing attribute, and then the Shredder can not route or not be escorted off the field. Quaddle coming in, but it's really just going to get dunked on by the Sphinx. Cav just kind of supplementing this fight here, which, you know, the Red Crescent Skinks will win, but the regular Skinks shouldn't, and it really won't be that hard for the Warriors and the monsters to do it. But this is really the crucial thing here. Shredder's just continually getting escorted off, you know. Even the mighty Shredder, unfortunately, has the rule of if you're getting escorted off, you will stay that way until you're not getting escorted off. So if those horsemen can't get rattled and distracted, it's over, in my little opinion here. Pterodon Riders getting wrecked by Ushabti. They are just the Fire Leech Bola kind. I think they're not even that good for, like, clear. which is really the problem. I think it's the pathing, and they probably need bigger explosion radiuses, to be honest. Yeah, no, GG. GG for the old rom-com there. Next fight, man. Just wait. Taylor Serrano just started. Nice. That's good. Yeah. Got my Guinness. I still have my Guinness to support me until the time comes. Ah, yeah, it's really just the shredder play. I think he overextended the shredder by a lot. Um, I don't think the build was that great, but or the greatest, but I don't think it. I think it was really just came down to the shredder, the shredder getting exposed like that very hard was rough. Um, yeah, and I mean the build seemed just tight, by Zeus here. Zeus pulled it out. Look at those skeleton chariots is mopping up all the skinks, unfortunately. And Red Crested did their job. Closton Hunters got pretty shreked, probably by Ushabti or combination of stuff. And yeah, Slan just kind of need to keep supplementing. Probably need to regrowth the Shredder. I don't know if he Earth Blooded the Quaddle in the Shredder earlier or just regrowth the Quaddle. But the Shredder definitely needed the save of the game for sure. Yep, GG's. Oh. Long time no chat, by the way. Good to see you back. Well, thanks, man. It has been a while to see you too, dude. How's life going, bro? How is like I want to say, that we should start a Blood Bowl league sometime, but really it's like Blood Bowl 3 is still, I mean, Blood Bowl 3 looks fun, but Blood Bowl 3 does not look like it supports like league play to the degree that I'd like, which is just absolutely sad. I mean, it's been like years, dude. It's just it's I don't know what it is. It makes my soul quiver and pucker. Yeah. But how you doing? You good? All right. Yes, let's see what round we're on. We're gonna refresh. We are going to. So it looks like it's still game. It's still round 2, man. This is quite the This is quite the tournament. Yeah, this is taking a while. I don't know if that's just my bracket tweaking, but yeah, it seems like it is taking quite a little bit. Let's see. We're not seeing any replays. Yeah, okay. We shall await the next game, I suppose. I don't know if people are waiting or what's going on here. Conquest, Turning Grounds, Rommel. Bat. Does he have a spec? No. Any round 2 specs open? All good. Yeah, I do wonder. I wonder if there's just like what's going on? Or I think it's just a few opponents have like pulled the ghost with the most, Unfortunately, sometimes like that. I think there's like a bat. There's a Grim Bat. Okay, I'm gonna go. Nope, not myself. I added myself on accident. Grimbat. Is your game still in Onies? And can you expect? Because it looks like, I'm assuming Bat is Grimbat, and I would like to spectate a game. Please! Let me in. Oh, I see a Shetland game. Yep. Sorry, the Shetland and the Sabris. That's a good game. I don't see Sabris that often, man. Got whoa. Oh, you still have to do the spectator. Okay. Yeah, that shredder disappeared into nothingness. Yeah. I miss Blood Bowl, and we're finally getting the little guys back. I know we're finally getting the whatever guys. Yeah, that's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. Well, that's good, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope to catch you soon. I definitely want to be streaming more. That is the plan. Going to game design school essentially. Gonna try to get a part-time job. No, well, not part-time, but like hopefully a full-time, but with flexible hours in some kind of capacity in the game industry. And then we're just gonna just crank on with these streams. I think is the plan. Yeah, been a crazy road for the Goge. Probably talk about it maybe in a later video or something. But yeah, I was doing a lot of like freelance film work, and that was really fun. But it was very stressful because I'm not. I found out I'm not the type of person who like I like the passion and I'm good with working in the projects, but like managing my money and managing like freelance just life in general is a little hectic for a Gen Z loser like myself. I think I need a little more stable stuff, which is hilarious because I'm like, go to the game industry. Turns out, like, as soon as I get in, like, my first class, they're like, this industry's unstable as hell. But, like, what's funny is that it's infinitely more stable than the film industry. Film industry, like, you're constantly going from job to job. Game industry is like, okay, like, every, like, 2 to whatever years, like, more than likely you're going to get laid off because of how game development goes, you know? Yeah, man. Like it's just oh, whoops. I don't know if did they just leave? Oh, they just play their game or something. Oh, I'm getting cucked, guys. I'm getting cucked for games. Um, whoops. Was Grimbat waiting for me? Let's find out. I can. That was only. Yeah, so I'll chill out in Bats thing for now. Hopefully we get a game soon. Would be preferably. Would like to do that. Especially because I think the fight's starting somewhat soon, and I am taking an intermission to watch the Jake Ball. Uh, let's get our blocker up here. Let's not be scum and villainy. It will. I will be taking an intermission to watch that fight. Not the full fight, just the first round. I firmly believe if Tyson does not knock him out in like round 1 or 2, he's probably going to lose. So the first round is like basically the most important to me, anyways. If somebody gets absolutely cracked in the first one, then that'd be great. If not, yeah, it's gonna be like a 2-minute intermission, like whatever it is. The round. I don't know how long their rounds are. For the Jake Paul. Let's find out. Round timer. Jake. Round time. 8 2-minute rounds. Yeah. Normally boxing's 3. That's what I figured. Yeah. They definitely should do something. I mean, the man is like almost 60, bro. The boy needs some help. Give him some milk. Oh, shut up, Charlie. Char Char. The dog of great sausage proportions. He does look like he looks like a sausage, you know. There's some dogs that just look like sausages, you know. He's not even that small of a dog, but he just like, and he's not like a wiener dog or a dachshund or whatever, no. He's just like round and like his back does not arc in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Let's get into the Dwarven army here of Red Rocks. Starting with the HQ. Their lord of choice today is Grombrindal. And he, as Grombrindal, has no fear. And he has Foe Seeker, Flash Bomb, Wounds, Rune Helm of Zufbar, so giving leadership to everybody. Not like these dwarf fuckers need any more of that, but you got extra now. Rune, Wrath and Ruin, very good offensive spell. I expect a little like, wait, what? Okay, that's for the Runesmith. I don't know why when has Felix selected. There we go. And Felix just has a Blood Oath, which is his main thing. Bringing him cheap is pretty useful here. We have 2 gyrocopters, just regular ones with the armor piercing and 100 range. We have 2 Iron Drakes with the Trollhammer torpedoes, which are nasty business. 3 of them actually, and they're kind of chilling around here. All off to one side, which is kind of awkwardly positioned, but we have, or they're still setting up the army. We have 3 miners here with blasting charges. We have 1 Doomseeker, very cool unit, which, a driver, I don't know if you've seen them, but if you've been keeping up, I'm sure you've seen them. They're pretty badass. Tornado Dwarves, basically. Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. I guess just for the... these ones don't have the charge defense. Yeah, or the defense against large or something. I swore they did at one point. Maybe I was tripping. Okay, well, yeah, that's it for the Dawi here. For the Scaven, we have a Warlord on a Brood Horror. He has Strength in Numbers and Scurry Away. Very cheap there. We have a Ruin caster, the Warlock Engineer with Howling Warp Gale and Flensing Ruin. Pretty classic. You can net the gyros and then just deal damage in absurd amounts with the Flensing Ruin. We have Warp Lightning Cannon, just a regular one, shoved up a bit though. We have 2 Poison Wind Globadiers to chuck some heinous damage over time globes. We have the Avalanche Mortars, which are the Death Globe Mortars ROR, which are devastating and possibly one of the most scary ranged units to infantry in the game. Gutter Runners. Oh, Gutter Runners with Slingers. You don't see that too often. Regular Gutter Runners. And then we have a few Skaven Slaves and Wolf Rats on the side. Is that the same for here? Yes, except we don't have the Gutter Runners with slings on the side, just the regular ones. Okay. Yeah, both teams have opted for kind of lopsided deployments here with kind of stuff. But sometimes that's fine. May aesthetically not be pleasing. Oh, there's some other Gutter Runners. Are those from over there, though? Yes, they are. Yeah, I wonder what the... Gutter Runners with poison. There's the Slingers. What an interesting tactic. I wonder what the Slingers are for. I guess the Slingers actually wouldn't be that bad. I would like to see not even like regular Gutter Runners, just like all Slingers. Just all Slingers, and just, it's, what is the range, 140? Just use them to pelt down the gyrocopters, like, if you're gonna go that route, right? And they have, what, like 24 ammunition? That's not bad. So it's like, okay, there's another one. So there's 2 of them. I couldn't find it. The symmetry has to be right for me. Most people do symmetric stuff, you know? It's like, one of a special unit, and one like, and then a bunch of, like, symmetrical stuff. Just to, like, it makes their brains easier. It makes my brain pleased as well, you know? But that isn't always optimal. Sometimes you actually do just need one of something and like use it for a very specific purpose, and that's kind of fun too. That's more reminiscent of like a tabletop-esque like mindset, you know. Oh, look at the sneaky little miner back here. Okay, that sounded weird, but did he? No, but no, the miners just chilling back here. They might be able to get some stuff done. Miners get it done. And if they are going noticed, that'd be hilarious. If they sneak into some woods or something, maybe they go into there and then waddle over there. But I think you actually don't want to hide, because I think what ends up happening is if you hide and then you unveil yourself, your opponent will get a notification. So like really you just want to sneak around and not, you want to like waddle around, which is kind of hilarious. It's like not optimal to hide, just because your opponent will actually get a notification. Okay, the Avalanche Mortars are opening up. onto the gyrocopters, which you don't want. Oh god, they just start friendly fighting the shit out of each other. Oh, that's such a Scaven thing to do. He's gonna get warp galed. He is right in the middle of a bunch of stuff. So this is, you don't want to be firing these. This is a waste of ammo. But these will be able to deal a good amount of damage. Bring in these guys. No, you don't want to. I mean, flensing's okay here. And I guess since they're already in danger's way, it's not like the worst. But it's like, I don't know if that was upgraded. Is that upgrade overcast? I didn't check the overcast or the timer for the flensing rune to see if it was overcast or not. I think it increases duration. But I mean, really, you didn't really need the warp gale because you just absolutely. Okay, so he's continually shredding his own. That is an entirely dead clan rat. That clan rat is absolutely out of this world. They said, "Why, master? Why?" like they just just absolutely got Shrek. I mean, if he just keeps doing this, he's going to delete his own army before anything else happens. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh. So he really wants to move up his mortar and fire upon the Dwarven army here. He's routed a couple of his clan rats, Scaven slaves. I mean, these things aren't too consequential, but if you have no chaff by the time the dwarves start waddling up to your poisoned winds, especially if you're in the trees here because of line of sight and all your missiles getting blocked and stuff, you want to be very careful about how you let the dwarves approach you here. This is no blame. The warlord may be a strong combatant or a decent combatant on his little packmaster or on his brood horror. But Grombrindal plus Felix will absolutely go just apeshit on this warlord, and he doesn't want any of that. I mean, he can run away and stuff, and I guess you can get damage over time on Grombrindal, but it's less useful when you have Felix, who is a passive healer the entire game. Gyrocopters coming in. They are going to try to probably take out these avalanche mortars. I would drop bombs on them as much as possible and then shoot them because those gyros are not long for this world. Hilariously, Iron Drakes are shooting into Scaven slaves. They may be able to write them off, but even if they don't, the Doomseekers will absolutely shred those if given the opportunity. Oh, the Lord! Oh, the Warlord is getting absolutely shreked. Now, the Dwarf Warriors are getting absolutely destroyed by these mortars, and the mortars are... So, here's the thing. These guys should have totally gone after the mortars. Mortars still have 6 ammunition. Yeah. Oh, no, they actually destroyed... or destroying the Warp Lightning Cannon. I'd just run into combat, yeah. I mean, I would have thrown the things at these guys. I guess they're 70 armor. Maybe they wouldn't have done that much damage. There's done enough damage, though. Then run these guys in, smack up the cannons. Then you shut down 2 of their backline pieces, which would be huge. You might be able to actually crawl out of this one still. Like, there's still a lot of resources for the Dawi here. And the Skaven have killed so much of their own troops. And we're getting a nasty Wrath, Rune of Wrath and Ruin there. Into Skaven slaves and to Globadiers, but the Globadiers are pretty heavily armored, so you're going to be shrugging that off with their little tanky bullshit ways. And we got a Felix, we got a Grombrindal, beating up some gutter runners, slings, and, you know, the slings. Okay, these guys need to move. They are inactive, and that is losing you tremendous amounts of value. They need to go up and kill these avalanche mortars. They need to engage these gutter runners. They just need to be doing stuff. The Doomseekers in the back line are keeping everything at bay along with the line of 3 Iron Drakes just cutting down everything with these, like, over the top, like, just mortar shells just shredding these poor rats. Oh, brutality. Dude, the rat peasantry has really gotten it today. Like, it is very lore accurate, very tabletop accurate, just very, like, these things are, what? I think I don't know if the fight's starting soon, but definitely after this match, I think we're going to go check up on it. The Warlord is dying. Grombrindal and Felix beating the crap out of it because for some reason it keeps wanting that fight. It's just like, you know, it's like the little brother that just doesn't, you know, doesn't know when to quit. He just keeps coming back for the beatings, you know, every time. It's like, he's like, oh, I just want to play, like, you know, Xbox 360, like, but it's my turn. You know, and he just keeps coming back thinking that he can take my turn. It's not going to happen, bro. Not going to happen. Now, I don't know who's little brother, because I was the little brother in this. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, Grombrindal, Felix getting glowed, but they're not going to care too much. I mean, damage over time will deal a little bit to them, but a lot of those globes are going to miss. Doomseekers coming in for the charge. Clan Rats going to get shredded by Doomseekers. I think the dwarves just have it in the bag, man. I think they have it in the bag. The gunrunners and slingers. They're going to shoot down some of the Dwarf Warriors. But I'm calling it for the Dawi. I think there's a little too much self-sabotage, even though the Dawi Air Force got absolutely crumped at the beginning. I think it was just a little too much having your front line get obliterated by your own mortar. And it might not even be the value, but it's just the situation of, okay, now I have no chaff. Now my opponent can run up and do as he pleases. And I think there's also, I think he tried to encroach a little too much on these the dwarven backline when you really didn't need to. You could press the issue with your mortars and then use the cannon to try to ward off or maybe even snipe a single entity or snipe these iron drakes. GG. Gojir is a Scaven warlord. I basically am, brother. Basically am. I go back like that guy. This warlord was ballsy. Gromendal's one thing is he's a pretty decent combatant, um, and you don't just charge him at the beginning of the game. No, it's not in his like hero blob. GG though. Let's see what those gyros did. Yeah, not much. Let's see what this thing did. If it counted for its own like damage dealt, this thing would have been crazy. Like if the friendly fire damage does count, and maybe it is, but thing went ham on its own troops. These guys didn't do much, but they did something. Yeah, there's not a lot of value all around. It was a pretty weird game. Pretty interesting game though. GG's to both guys. I'd say for the dwarf player, be careful with your gyros. I'd say for the Scaven player, just be a little more patient and not try to rush in, especially when you have a ranged base build yourself. And you did great capitalizing on the gyro blunder early, but then I think you kind of blew up some of your own troops, not realizing that you're shooting them, and then ran your lord into his death, which is just game knowledge. Gromendal's scary. Check out his unit card before you run him in. Compare it real quick if you're having doubts. All right, we are going to put well, actually, I'm going to go check what the status on the fight is. If it is first round, I will be going to intermission. If not, I will catch you in just a second. All right, I'm back. I think we can do one more before the fight starts. If someone has a game and it's like ready to go. Grimbat, you hit me up in chat. You used flensing. Yeah, you did use flensing. Okay, let's see. We'll do a replay, or let's see. Let's check the total tavern real quick. Refresh our bracket. Let's see what the bracket do. Okay. It looks like it's... Hmm. And that's odd. Because that was, yeah, that was correct. And then we did Grimbat and... Yeah, Grimbat lost. Okay, so everything's still correct. Okay. Well, if we have a game, we shall stream it. It's still some Taylor Serrano. Almost the end of it. Okay. I don't know if this is the correct one. Let's go for it. Okay. What is the third one? Third one is a River Maxon. So this is more than likely, yep, a game. We will screen blocker this. Okay. Okay. All right, VM Soter versus Son of the Mountain, Gotrick Starbreaker, aka Sabrus. Sabrus is a very well-known player for being very good at dwarfs, very good at Empire, and generally just sitting in the box and being a bastard. But he has other tricks up his sleeve, but those are his most powerful ones, everyone would say. And then we have a VM player who you never know with the VM players. They're always ready to scrap, basically. That you know, they come from hearty stock, the hearty VM stock. Let's check how their armies are going. They look pretty developed. Oh well, no, okay. Gotrick has nothing, and Gotrick has nothing. It's gone. Wait, sorry. Could you check my bank account again? Oh, let me check your saves, and it's gone. Huh? That's the South Park, like I think 2008 recession or 9 recession, whatever it was. There's some pretty classic South Park memes. They are still hilarious. We are soon to start. Pasha. Pasha, I think if you're sending stuff to me, um, I'm not an admin. Um, or nor am I in the tournament today. So unfortunately, I think you're sending. All right. He said they just played, or what round are we on, guys? What's happening? What's happening to me? Said check the runesmith. Okay. Well, if they end up playing, I don't know. Is that what's the total tavern bracket say? Yeah, that's round 3. So they're gonna play. Okay, cool, great. Good. Okay. Hmm. Me and Pasha. What offers Beastmen? I think we're gonna hit up a replay, mostly because I don't know when the fight is happening. I want to be able to just kind of get the hell out of Dodge when I do. Unless GoCheck wants to hurry up real quick, but he's also playing a dwarf build, so you never know. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. We'll give this a minute, I would say. If they don't start in a minute, I'm probably going to grab one of the replays and chat. Just to be safe here. And then, yeah, I wish I could, like, double stream it, but I'm sure I'd get copyrighted to absolute bajillion bejesus if I did that. Okay, they're starting. Nice. Perfect. Ridley. Yeah, I'll check the Runesmith. I don't think the Runesmith got a crazy amount of value either that game. In the Scaven Dwarf game, it was more so the a little bit of the Doomseekers and a little bit of the Iron Drake. Speaking of Iron Drakes, holy sweet lord, are we seeing something today? We have a brutal looking both both look kind of brutal. One looks like a rush build in from TK, and the other is a nasty Iron Drake build from GoCheck here. Oh wow, we're gonna get a. This is gonna be an interesting one. You know. Ah, refreshing Guinness. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, somebody dropped. Ah, you have murdered me. Did they hire UK judges for that fight? I don't know. I have no clue. I'm planning on rewatching the whole event at some point. I'm hoping Netflix keeps it up. I'm sure it's going to be one of the most viewed things ever, so I'm sure they would keep it up. Um, we are gonna go grab a replay here. Let's see. Round 3. Yeah, there we go. Replays. Skadoosh. Okay. Wood elves. It says no elves, actually. That's hilarious. Versus Beastmen. Oh, and a Chad Kazrak comes out. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Max Engine, one judge from Canada, one from Indiana, one from Texas. So not quite, one that's comparable, the Canadian, but the other is like very far from UK. Did they just like, yeah, they did some weird judging, I'm sure. That was like the reason it was questionable. Okay, we gotta slow this down. Actually, we gotta pause this. Holy shit. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's let's go with the Beastmen. We're seeing a Kazrak, Vanguard deployed in the woods. He has Scourge, which is his weapon. He has the Dark Mail, which is just nasty if he's in melee. He has, let's see, does he have a caster somewhere? Does he not have a caster? Oh, there it is. Wild Shaman. His Traderkin, which I don't think is good anymore, or as good anymore. And then in the Dagger, which is fairly good for mana. He has 3 Centaurs with throwing axes. He has 2 Chaos Warhounds with poison. He has 1 Pestigore, 2 Pestigore, 2 Pestigores, Ungor Herd, 2 other Chaos War Doggies with poison, Centaurs of Zinj over there. Do we have Centaurs of Zinj over here? No. It's a very mixed-matched one, but then we have the Arwar Blackhorns Ravagers. And another Pestigore here. Which they spawn right on top of a Ancient Tree Man who has Regrowth, Earthblood, was that the Ancient Protector. He will be getting, if he brought the thing, no, he didn't bring the thing. He should have brought the thing that gives him power boost in the woods or whatever. But he has a bunch of life spells. Then he has a Treeman, which will also be a terror-causing monster. He has a shit ton of Dryads, like 3 Dryads stacked on top of each other right now, including the Firebark Elders, which will help give flame resistance to themselves and stuff around them, which is very nice for comboing with Dryads and other tree stuff. We have Great Eagles who are chasing around Kazrak. I mean, Kazrak will beat the crap out of them, but they are, I guess, just spooky little eagles coming in. Ungor Herd chillin', some Enigmas, the Arwar Zotes with Regrowth and Flesh of Stone, very nasty. We have Poison Warhounds fighting Zotes in the forest. Those Warhounds will get trashed. They just don't have the armor piercing, really, to deal that, or enough damage to get through them. This is just not a great engagement in the woods for the Beastmen. The Treemen are thriving in their natural habitat. They are smacking up the Beastmen as well. The Pestigores, although dealing decent damage, they're not backed up by anything substantial. I mean, you need these Centaurs with throwing axes to kind of carry yourself at this point. Now, Kazrak's actually doing really good. He's like literally getting jumped by like 3 things. Still doing pretty decent. Has his mail active, which means he has plus 30 armor and just straight 20% damage resist, which is great. Even all that said, he will be starting to take some damage from a 3-way, like a gangbang here, unfortunately. This is very lucky deployment for me. This is beautiful. I mean, this is just hilarious, dude. This is just fucking... Like, what do you do? I mean, if you both want to do Vanguard shenanigans, that's just what happens. Pestigores, fighting Dryads, Treemen, Dryads. Yeah, it just doesn't look good for Beastmen right now. Traderkin maybe should be plopped down here, and maybe that's what he was doing. But now he needs to bring Kazrak and start beating up this bird. Because the birds will actually dumpster his shaman after a little bit. They don't have armor piercing, which is still kind of sad of them. I still think they should probably only have fear, but I mean, it's one or the other. I think they should have non-AP and terror, or they should have AP and then just keep fear and not have terror. I do think like a giant bird would be terrifying though to me. To a regular man sitting in his little like gamer chair, I would be scared shitless if like a fucking 6-foot tall bird with a wingspan of like a Apache attack helicopter like came after me. Like no. Ancient Tree Man waddling in. I don't know what can kill you. Okay, actually no, that's not true. If these guys get out of melee and then save their ammo, and since he's out in the open, this is a prime time. You want to get that there and just shoot the crap out of this tree man, and then maybe even charge in Kazrak because he's a good duelist somewhat. Maybe not his thing, but he's good enough. Yeah, these guys need to pile in. Kazrak needs to pile in. He has AP at least on his boar chariot. Yeah. That was a little bit of a blunder there. I mean, that could have been a comeback, way to come back, but even so, Wood Elves have so much like tankiness, and if this guy was gone, maybe you could see a case, right, where you like kite them out, and also no one has captured the point. The point doesn't matter in a lot of these games, but this is truly the prime time of like, and I mean, hey, like if you don't end up using it, that's great, but if someone decides to kite you, they totally can, and there's nothing you can really do about it because you didn't capture the point early in the game. Bird is faster and hungrier. Yeah, exactly. The Burb. It's like the birds or whatever is that stupid ass fucking film that like was a good bad movie. It was like so bad and it took itself like fairly seriously. Um, but like the birds were just so atrocious. Like they're the worst CGI of all time or something. And then it got like an actual theatrical release, which was hilarious. Um, Yeah, so this is just pretty much the dumbstring of the remainder of the Beastmen. Like, Chad Kazrak, although Chad, will not be able to chat his way through all of these tree people. They're just they're too numerous and angry. That was Hitchcock. Yeah, that's is horrible, bro. Or no, there's a new version, not the old scary one. It was the God, what were they called? It was the Crows. What was the There's like a modern one. All right. I think we're gonna speed this up, guys, because I'm pretty sure Beastmen are gonna lose. Let's see if we're right. Oh! Beastmen started coming back. They are kiting out a lot of the Wood Elf forces, but they do have control of the points, sort of. They are getting these guys, but yeah, no, I didn't think so. I did not think so. GG's. I'm now going to be on brief intermission, and we might come back for either the finals or round 4 or whatever the deal is. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Treeman, great value. Great value. Yeah, these guys were menacing the trees the whole time. Yep. Just unfortunate deploy, and then maybe some slight blunders there where you could have capitalized on the lore damage a bit. Good value on the Centaurs. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard. There was a little build roulette there, but good showing from both players. All right. I will catch you guys in a little bit. We're going to throw on the stream start thing. Okay, I guess the hype is continuing, and they're going to start the fight in half an hour, which seems wild, but there you go. So we're actually going to continue with the stuff. Let's see. Uh, let's see. I'm assuming they already started. A GoTrex game started, but we'll see if they didn't. By happen chance. Let's. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So we will check for the replays here. Yeah, so I guess the fight's starting in half an hour, which seems insane. Not insane, but that just seems late for a fight. Seems a little late. Okay, let's check the replays. A little section here and see where we can get. Sort of the replays. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, we have Vampire Ghost versus Nurgle. All right. Oops. Oh shit. There we go. What was that last one? Challenge? Okay. There you go. We have. Yep, Coast. Okay, let's watch this one. Yeah, waiting for Mike to nod off for real. I'm just like, dude, how much are you gonna make this old man suffer? Jesus. Like, what is going on here, boys? I thought when it started at 5, I was like, okay, that's reasonable. But it's really 8 for him, but that's still reasonable. Now we're talking like, what time is it in the East Coast? Like, it's already 11 something. Hmm. Okay, this is a much less aggressive start, so we will be able to slow motion and play it out. Let's start with Nurgle this time because we started with Vikos last time. It was on. So we have a Tomricon on foot, which I do think is the most optimal Tomricon. He has just his Feast of the Maggot Lord, which isn't bad. Whoa. We have the Demon Spew, the Forsaken, the ROR Forsaken, which have the Swarm of Flies, which are -5 melee. I think it's applied on attack, or it's just a hex in 35, which is pretty good for frontline stuff. So if they get into the side or front line there, he has just two other Forsaken. There's a few Nurglings here. The Frolickers Bubonic. And then I guess he has more HQ over here. He has the Exalted Hero on a horse with his Great Axe. Then we have the Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle with a Fleshy and Stream of Corruption. Stream of Corruption is interesting. I don't see a lot of AP stuff. And then he has the Festering Stooges, which is hilarious because they are both cool color and also very strong, actually. They have a nice little aura, and their missiles hurt like a MFer. Then we have some Chaos Furies. Okay, for the coast, which we can kind of speed up because there's getting shots off and stuff. We have a bunch of Deckhand Mob, like 5 or 6 of those. 5 of those, it looks like. Some pole arms. 1, 2, 3 of those. We have 2 Rotting Prometheans. We have 2 hand cannons of the shotgun variant of the Gunnery Mob. Then we have the Bombers and 2 handgunners in the middle with a Nocti, who is kitted out with Wraithstorm, Captain Ross Moondial, Drowned Dead, Milkhouse Mystifying Miasma, Invocation to Heck, and any other passives? Nope. So that's pretty much the full expected kit of Nocti. It is very useful items that you can kind of customize depending on what you're feeling if you want to cut costs, but he does have a lot of good items that can be used for a lot of different stuff. On the approach, Nurg is taking some damage, but honestly not a lot. Point is being captured. Forsaken are going to be engaging soon, but will they get shredded by the Gunnery Mob? Will the bombs turn in time to obliterate them before they totally get swarmed? We have another Fury coming from the back line. I knew there was a Fury over here. Did not know it was over here, but they are getting shredded by the handguns as well. Once they get into combat, they shouldn't be doing too bad, although maybe they should have jumped over just so they don't get directly charged by the Prometheans. Forsaken charging in here, but the bombers... Well, the bombers are not actually focusing on them, but the cannons are getting great side-swiping shots, which are actually decimating those poor Forsaken. The Nurglings slapping around their little nurgly, gross little limbs upon the deckhand mob who are just going to sit there apathetically doing nothing. The Nurglings are also engaging these guys, going to be involved in a... Oh, that was a really perfect stream, and that did a good amount of damage. But not as devastating as something like like a burning head or anything like that. Unfortunately, Nurg does not have access to such things. Exalted here, looking for his place, doesn't really have somewhere to go. Tamarkan isn't really happy fighting Count Noctilus either, so he has to kind of find his own way here. He might even want to charge these guys. I mean, I think he came out of the woodwork a little too quickly here, or at least a little too unsupported. And a lot of times when it comes down to swarming stuff and like shutting a more like missile dense build down, it's all about the collapse. It's all about when do I engage what do I have to save for later, and what is like paramount to. Okay, and that's just a quick concede right there. So GG, Nurg definitely. Hopefully Nurgle gives a better showing than I did in this matchup. Oh. Oh yeah, from you and yeah, Nurgle did not. They unfortunately. Now they. Oh, I didn't even see this chosen. Where's the chosen? So they might have conceded a little early there. I understand why they conceded. I would be a little frustrated as well. The Tamarkan play was unfortunate. If Tamarkan did end up dying, I think that possibly would have been game. Uh, but they had such a elite infantry go left, like just ridiculous amount. So you could have ground through a lot of that. Like there wasn't animated hulks. I guess there's Prometheans. That would have been rough. You only had the festering stooges really to deal with those. So yeah, GG, well played. But yeah, I think it was just a collapse, misplay unfortunately, or mistime. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to blow my little nose, and then I also need to figure out real quick what the what the actual hell's going on? No, what the rounds are looking like. So I see some. Looks like one game in round 4 has been played, and most of the games in round 2, around 3 have been completed. I'm not seeing any new replays in the chat. So if someone has a game I can spectate, of course, please do so. Let me know. And seeing a riddle YK. I'm gonna hit up the Zeus. Spec slot Zeus. And see if we can get in there. Okay, still no spec for us. We have a Torsen game we could spectate, but there's no player in that. Okay. While we await our fate here, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. We are slightly starved for games, Shetland. That is very true. It's pretty boring to close. Oh, Taco, what's going on, brother? Are you watching the fight as well? I um I am anticipating that shortly. Hopefully we can just see Soldier's games already. Let's see. Okay, why is... Hold on. I need to reopen my Discord here. It's being really weird. Yeah, so it's streaming, but I don't want... There we go. Streamer mode needs to get disabled there. Or, wait. How do I... How do I get rid of that? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out another day. There's Soter. Welcome. What, yeah, let's do Wood Elves High Elves? Yeah, let's do Wood Elves High Elves. Let's do that. I don't know what that is, but we'll do that for now. Okay. Did I download that? Yes, I did. Okay. Soter versus Torsen. Classic Elf Civil War. Get to it. We have the Imric Targaryen here versus the classic generic Wood Elf lady. She was far and away the strongest lord when Wood Elves released because her net she had a lot of nets. She had a lot of arrows of Kurnos. And they were very strong back in the day. Let's see. Okay. Slow it down. Go slow motion for me. Alright, Imric, upon his steed instead today, we are seeing Lord of Dragons. We are seeing Dragonhorn. We are seeing Starlance. Ooh, Starlance. Very gross. Okay. Very nasty business. And his martial mastery, of course. We are seeing a life mage on foot. Oh, the most dreaded thing of all time. These fuckers with 40 melee defense. What? And they don't have that much HP, but god, are their stats annoying. And they get punted around a lot. Regrowth, Earthblood, Life Bloom. What more is there to say? No, like, book or anything, though, interestingly enough. We have 3 Dragon Princes, one being the Fireborn, of course. Usually see the Fireborn these days, unless it's really not a matchup pertinent for them. Shadow Warriors, that's pretty good stuff. And then the classic High Elf Spearmen of the Gods. Now, for the Wood Elves, we have the Glade Lord, who just... Ugh, that was a crazy one. That was like across the map through 2 sets of woods. Oh my god. What was that shit? That was crazy. Okay. We have 3 Weight Watchers stocked that are currently not... Oh, and then the Shadow Warriors just became available. And now these guys are going to shoot the crap out of the Shadow Warriors. And they will instantly melt. Yeah, nasty business. You are getting out-traded, out-ambushed, my friend. The Wood Elves are much better at this than you are. Deepwood Scouts. Chilling in the woods. We have a bunch of Dryads chilling as well. And we also have the Spellslinger of Beasts with a Flock of Doom. Because why not? And then they did bring Blessings of the Ancients so they could chill in the forest. Because this actually is a pretty pertinent spell on a lot of different maps. Not spell, ability of the Wood Elves. It's pretty nasty. It's really underutilized in general. But definitely since it got the Spell Mastery Edition as well. Nobody's grabbed the point, but it is a very kitey game, so I don't think either wants the timer on for their own game plans here. You said I thought I had enough healing, okay. Yeah, no, so the... but some days I'll branch out. Chaos, Dawi, what else? Oh, you're talking about something else. Okay, well, we'll talk about that after the match. Dragon Princes get netted down. Deepwood Scouts come in. Wild Hunters get a charge on them, which actually will be just heinous. The Deepwoods throwing in their... Oh my god. That is absolute obliteration. The Wild Hunters have AP. These guys are toast. It is just donezo for them. They will get hunted down until the ends of the earth. Shadow Warriors firing into the Way Watchers now. Return fire, but these guys dance and duck and dodge and dip and dive, and they manage to not get hit by those volleys too hard while sending in deathly amounts of damage. Well, I lied. Not a lot, but a good amount into the Fireborn, taking a chunk of their HP, but no models. The Imric is chilling in the woods, waiting for his opportunity to strike on that Glade Lord or maybe compromise some units when possible. The Spearmen are big chillin', even after taking a few volleys and arrows of Kurnos to the dome. Shadow Warrior. Yeah, Shadow Warriors are still pretty beaten up from the Way Watchers. Way Watchers have higher range and damage output, so if they keep kiting back, they will typically win. Dragon Prince is getting caught out by Dryads and Great Stag Knights. The Stag Knights actually will beat them up in prolonged and on the charge. If they get inundated with spears, though, it might be bad for them. But these Dragon Princes are taking a shit ton of damage. The Way Watchers will close them out. Might even send the the Lard of Glades will put her greasy mitts onto these Dragon Princes and stop them, maybe. But no, they're retreating on their own. Maybe recharging to those, but you know. There's just, I think you're trying to Wood Elf the Wood Elf a little too much. Now, Wood Elves are a hard faction to play against these days because they're genuinely very strong at both plays. Now, kiting is a lot less potent than it was in Game 2, so thank God for that, honestly. But it still means that if you underestimate them and think that you can, like, kite them and they end up kiting themselves, their kite is far superior to almost every other faction. Their Way Watchers are insane. Their mobility is very good and cost efficient now. Imric is getting deleted as I sit here and speak. What does the net give? Like, yeah, minus resistance too. So he doesn't even have his basic resistance. He's just done. If they manage to get a clean volley on him again, I don't know if these Way Watchers are really that, or if they're Himothy. I don't think they are. No, they're gonna miss. Yeah. So. Frontline Spearmen are getting slowly picked apart by the Dryads and mobility of the Wood Elves. Even though the Fireborn are absolute beasts and will beat up these Great Stag Knights one-on-one, or even the Wild Hunters one-on-one, in optimal situations, they can get the jump on them, they will win, and 2-on-1, they will definitely win. The Shadow Warriors, one routing from probably damage or something else. Shadow Warriors probably going to be able to shoot into these guys, but the issue is, the fact of the matter is that there's nothing to compromise his backline because the mobility was crumped. And that is, a lot of this game can come down to mobility fights depending on the factions. And these two factions I definitely say would be the case. That and Skirmish, and like availability of being able to compromise and surround and stuff. Nice. I'm out for the night. Good catching tonight. Thanks, man. Be safe, be well, and catch you on the next one, driver. Peace out, brother. Okay, so Chaos Dwarves. What was Shetland saying earlier? Oh, let's look at the valley first. Jeez, what? Oh, the beasts. And he probably Flock of Doomed his cav too, which did not probably help at all. Let's see what these Way Watchers got. 12, 14. Yeah, that's pretty. Sounds about right. 11, 12. Okay. 20. Oh boy, poor Imric. 1,000, 800, 300. Okay. No, not bad. I mean, it's just the builds were very similar, and when they're very similar, and one faction excels at the thing you're doing, it's kind of rough. I mean, the mobility on face value should go to the high elves, but the issue is they had not really any support, and you'd kind of have to at this point lump these guys together and just try to get like flanking charges and surrounding charges and just try to like bully your way into getting into his back line. But he had so many archers, it's gonna be hard to do that without really getting shot in one way or another. That's pretty one-sided. I'm used to going it the other way. Yeah, I mean, High Elves do have a strong, like... I feel like Wood Elves just have a lot of options right now. Like High Elves are strong, but you kind of know in what way they're going. You're like, oh, they're gonna do some like kind of crazy little kite thing, but it's not, and or like super ranged. They're gonna go box, or they're just gonna like go like a lot of heavy cav and just cheap spearman line. Um, and then you know dragons and stuff. But the thing is, like Wood Elves can go in like multiple archetypes. Like they can become a rush faction. They can become a full kite faction. They can go mid range. They can go monster mash as well. They like they can do like most archetypes of builds in the game. Yeah. Well, I'll have to figure that out. Lore of Light versus what else? Yeah, yeah. Net them, like counter net the squishy faction is always good because then if you catch them lacking, you can absolutely shred them with missiles or get flanking charges and hopefully obliterate them. Remind me the dark. Oh nope, that's from a while ago. Okay, the result of the actual match. Thank you. Thank you. Go check. We'll watch that. I think. We'll watch that, so we'll get that in here. Boom. Okay. Let's go to replays. Weakest Thoric carry. Okay. This is an interesting replay name. Oh god, what are we getting into here, boys? What are we doing? What are we doing? What's going on here? Right. Oh, what in God? Wait, that's not right. I think that's not showing his kit. I think that's just all of Thoric's kit. Because there's no way that Gotrek would take all this stuff on Thoric. There's no need. Couldn't even afford all that, I don't think. Okay. Slow it down for me. Let's go TK first here. We got Cetra on his cat. We got Cetra on the cat, and Incantation for the damage. Incantation for a buff. Weapon damage buff. Very nice. Alright. Okay, I am hearing that they are coming into the ring right now. So, we're going to speed along this. Sorry, Gotrek. We are going to double speed this, and we're just going to see how it goes. You have a very boxy build. You have cannons. You have Iron Drakes. Lots of Iron Drakes. And a bunch of miners and cheap infantry. He's rushing you. He is kept a guard. He is carrying and stuff. Let's see how it goes. Okay, he moves up into the flanks. He's kind of taking his time there. The miners are absolutely shredding his infantry. Even with kind of expanding. Oh my god, that cat just dies. But the swarm isn't bad, but the cat died way too early. So I think actually the swarm probably wasn't that good. Yep. Cetra's still alive, but barely. Master Engineer's chilling here. Guys, yeah. The rest of the army is still they're just pushing in with some stuff. Cetra's coming in, slapping around Thoric, getting surrounds on the dwarves. Dwarf infantry is melting. There is only really the heroes left, but that does not mean that the game is over in any way, shape, or form. We just have a master engineer though. I wonder what he has. He has fire. What is it? Smoke, flash bomb, or whatever. Okay, let's speed it up. Oh my god, no. Can the heroes win? Looks like they're winning. They're winning. Point is flipping slowly towards TK, but it's not going to look like it's going to matter too much. God, and he's still, like, he could waddle over there, help cap that, and then he just runs away. I would just run away with Cetra. Yeah, but it doesn't matter now. Because I think it's too late. Is Thoric going to carry? Oh my god. Or no, is Thoric gonna die here? Oh, Thoric is... Oh, he just crumbled, and then Thoric wins? Thoric wins? That's crazy. Okay. GG, guys. I'm gonna go watch the Tyson fight. I will be back in 2 to 3 minutes. Hopefully we'll be in another round, or the finals, or semifinals, or whatever. Alright, guys. I'll catch you in a bit. Alright, I am sorry for the delay. But the Mike Tyson fight's going pretty crazy. It's seemed like there were some shots where Mike Tyson could have landed them, but I also we back. Who just got back? There's some shots in the first round where it seemed like Mike could have landed him, but honestly, unfortunately, he's very much showing his age, man. Unfortunately, in that fight, his legs are not looking good. His arms look fine. Even some of his dodging looks fine. Like his core and like neck and stuff look fine. His legs look like they're like little straws, man. They look unfortunate, you know. And I think maybe I don't know. I'm sure he did a ton of leg training. I'm sure he did a ton of it, but it's just, you know, what are you supposed to do? That is rough. Chicken legged a little bit. Like, I mean, he just can't move that fast. So it's like Jake's just like running circles around him, you know? He sort of has explosiveness, but it's like when your legs are gone, like you can't get the torque you need. You can't get the like it's just he's not going to be able to. I don't even know if he's going to be able to land like a finishing blow on Jake. Really, unfortunately. Oh. Okay. Something I want to touch up on before we continue here, which I think is round 4, and we can see what's going on with everybody and go over maybe the points overview of who's won what. Not skirmish for the air. I want to go over this game real quick. So, what GoCheck was telling me in the comments is we're still actually going to speed through this. Actually, no, we won't. We'll wait. We'll go through it fully, although it is kind of long, so we might speed through the beginning bits of it. Because let's look at the bracket here. We're on round 4. And we're waiting on Romulan Dog and Pasha from VM. The crazy thing is I thought Cetra crumbled here. So, we get here, you know. I think a big thing is this cat comes in way too quick. Yeah. That's what really screws all this up. These guys need to engage, and then this needs to engage last. And it got absolutely shredded. Then we get a surround, which isn't bad, but it's like they're all armored, and carrion aren't really good for dealing with armor and stuff. You know, whatever. It's kind of going okay, but he's still kind of coming in, and he has a scorpion, and he actually manages to kill all of the dwarven infantry, which is impressive. I mean, not like, you know, it is a bunch of miners. You should be doing that. But the issue with GoCheck's style of play is you need to deal with the hero squad in some way. Otherwise, you're royally screwed. And hilariously, this is probably one of the most ridiculous kills I think I've witnessed good so far. So, we go up, right? And we're doing the circling thing. Blah, blah, blah. This replay highlights why I think Thoric is insane, right? Okay, so he gets beat up pretty bad. Master Engineer might shoot him a little bit. You know, Thoric will take some damage over time from the infantry. He's going to cycle charge, but Thoric will be there every time. Master Engineer will eventually die here. Yep. Speed up here. We can speed up. So he just keeps charging. Uses the rune. Cetra's at like 300. He used the Jaff, so he keeps... So yeah, you see, he's at 90 something. The crazy thing about Thoric is one of his many, many crazy abilities is Locus of Power. Cetra here, chilling at a clean 230 or whatever. So he's crumbling, but he stabilizes, I think. We know he's crumbling. Oh, he stabilized. Look at, yeah, so he stabilizes at 1 HP. Oh my god. So he sits there chilling, which is insane. This is insane, first of all. What the fuck? um, and then, wait, this is possibly the most ridiculous part. We need to wait for that infantry to go, I think. I'm waiting for it. Okay. So he cast something, right? Or is he casting something? Yes. So he takes damage from Locus of Power once after this triggers? Or no, does he get greedy and move in? Because where's Locus of Power's it's within 100, so he might be outside of the range right now. With his 240 from his passive. Okay. Oh, and then he just casts a spell and dies instantly from Locus of Power from Thoric. That's insane, guys. Like, that's absurd. Now, you should have been wary of this, obviously, in the situation. But Jesus Christ, is Thoric a beast? That is ridiculous. And then let's see the thing here. Oh, it doesn't show you? Okay, well, I should have gone through all the way. But apparently it had like 4K value, which I'm not surprised. Thoric's a monster. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a dwarf glazer or trying to sell you something for certain. Okay, so I believe we're still in round 4. I think we just have Romulan Dog and Pasha left. Let's see if they're in the lobby. Thorson partition. No, I don't think so. So after this, we go into the finals. Let's see what's going on. So I didn't realize Blood Penguin was playing, so that's cool. I should have tried to catch one of his. That's why there's Penguin things. I didn't realize he was in. This is a good turnout actually. So Blood Penguin with 4 Swiss points and 5 opponent points is in the lead. Then we have Zeus with 3 Swiss points and 5 opponent points. We have them in third, VM Soter, 3 Swiss points and 5 opponent points. Torsen with the 3 Swiss points and 4 opponent points. We have Sabris, who only has 2 Swiss points, but he has 13 opponent points. So he's been playing just heaters all game. We have Romulan Dog with 2 Swiss points and 9 opponent points. Or opposition points. I don't know what that. I think it's opponent wins. Oh, opponent wins. A lot tiebreaker. What? Okay, I see. No, yeah, exactly. Opponent wins. That's what I thought. Okay. Shetland with 2 and 5. Pasha 2 and 5. Ridley with 1 and 10. The Grim Bat with 1 and 8. Umais with 0 and 12. Well, that's kind of crazy. And then Navigator 0-0. And then the other 2 did not show up for the tournament today. So, there we are. Very good. Very good indeed. So the top 3 so far, top 4, I guess. I don't know if it goes to 8 or 4. I don't know what the plan is there. I guess we'll figure that out shortly. But the top 4 would be Blood Penguin, Zeus, Soter, and Torsen. Top 8 would be Blood Penguin, Zeus, Soter, Torsen, Sabris, Romulan Dog, Shetland Apache, and Pasha. And I imagine we wouldn't be doing more than that. But I'm assuming it's a top 4. Top 4. There you go. I didn't look at the description because I am a smooth brain. Top 4. There you go. 3 rock, paper, scissors. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's sad. The Mike does not look in the greatest form. It's kind of sad to watch, to be honest. You know, It just, I mean, he just looks very. His legs make him look very old. Like his swings and his movement don't look that bad, but his legs just look brutal. They look brutal, dude. They are. They're just so stiff, you know? And it's like the exact opposite of what you want. Let's see if we got any. Round 4, Scaven, Dark Elves. We'll do a round 4 replay here. Oh, Scaven into Dark Elves, eh? Yep, there we go. Oh, these walls. Oops, that's not the replays folder. Alright, Grimbat and Torsen. Let's fight the battle. Okay, good. I don't have any weird things on it. I'm gonna head to bed. Appreciate the stream, and fingers crossed for Mike. That would be better if they both could lose. Yeah, exactly. I hope Mike somehow pulls out a crazy victory of some kind. It is what it is, man. He decided to fight at 58 years old, so I can't really, say it's anyone but his own fault. His own damn fault. For the Dork Elves, we got Lokir Fellheart, Fellnoob, the dreaded duelist. Oh, he brought Merciless Slaver, so that's cool. Helm of the Kraken. So, like, why is this in the game, right? And then we have Goblin Laborers. What? Okay, Helm of the Kraken. We have... Whoa, a very aggressive little sorceress here coming up. Just trying to see what's in the woods? Attacking the stuff? What? Okay. Oh, God. Doom of Darkness, Spirit Leech, Darkstar Cloak, which is a recharge ability. Nice. She takes a lot of damage from those rat ogres all of a sudden, so that's kind of crazy. We have a bunch of bleak swords, like probably 4 or 5 of them, I would say. We have Black Ark Corsairs, probably 4 of those. Actually, 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Dark Riders, and then what else? Any other thing? No, it's just like a very wide build, and then some Dark Riders. Okay, for Scaven, we got Poison Wind Globes, we got some Storm Vermin, every once in a while here. Okay, and then we got some Night Runners, Skaven Slaves pocket of Skaven Slaves, and Rat Ogres over here. It's kind of weird, I guess, on the flanks. Oh, but Dark Riders get into the back of the Warp Lightning Cannon. Didn't even get to review you, but you are almost dead now. Except, actually, they did that thing where they block a lot of their stuff because Warp Lightning crews just be like this for some reason. We do have a Throt. Is Throt on foot? Dot is on foot. Which isn't bad. He does have anti-large that way. I don't know if it is ITP. I don't think so. But he really should. Actually, he truly should. Or maybe he should have Frenzy. I don't know, but he should not be scared of beasts. That's one of his main things, is being a beast tamer mutant guy. Didn't see the War Hydra. Not gonna lie, I don't know where that was hiding, but not in my view. The War Hydra comes in, has not done a lot so far. Not really needed to do a lot. Sorcerer's still alive after a little suicidal stint there. Black Arcs, and they're still going strong, but they're about to get surrounded by just Night Runners. The dogs, I mean, maybe if they get a flank here, they should run into these guys at this point, because they're just sitting there, so that's a little bit of a mismicro. We got the Poison Wind Globes going into the Black Ark Corsairs. Storm Vermin kind of chasing off stuff they don't need to be chasing. They probably need to move up, support the flanks, or support the mid-game with the Poison Globes, and probably try to shut down this War Hydra if possible, or eventually get on it, and use Night Runners to shoot it, / shoot Lokir. Rat Ogre's getting isolated, unfortunately. Skaven Slaves over here. 2 Dark Elf units guarding the point, but other than that, they're not really doing much, accomplishing much right now. They're about to get charged by some Rogers. Rogers in the woods, fighting bleak swords. I'm surprised we didn't see any dread spears, but you know, bleak swords will do the trick for just getting rid of regular Scaven infantry. War Hydra did a little breath. Didn't net him any good value? Nope, not really. Just get a Spirit Leech on Throt. Throt does an okay amount of HP for a Skaven Lord. He's little chonkers. Let's see how his little... I forget how his little, like, fat body looks. Yeah. He's a chonky rat, bro. He likes his grub. And he's also, like, a mutant freak, so I think that's why he's a bit bigger. But... not looking well for him. I mean, anti-large he may be. Does not matter after a couple dragon swipes and bites. You're going to be wishing you were not anti-large and not right in front of a snarling, you know, 5-ton army killer. You know, yeah, he gets terror routed too. That's pretty dumb. Like he shouldn't be. He should have immune to psychology. I don't know why he doesn't. Blackheart Corsairs going in, Night Runners going in, Poison Winds, just, again, chilling. It's a lot of, in this game, there's a lot of micro mistakes which can factor in if you make enough of them. I mean, sometimes games in high-level play can be kind of decided by one, depending on how bad the misplay was or how crucial the misplay was. So it's not that, like, you know, because it's miss-micro when you're not doing anything with them or when they're, like, really not in the correct position, like very blatantly. It's just but then it factors into, you know, kind of decision making if you're clicking on all your units and getting them to engage, but you're just engaging like inoptimally or kind of the wrong stuff, then that's just a decision making thing. But when it's micro, it's kind of like more, you know, you have to keep track of all this stuff, and it's hard. I mean, there's like 20 things on the field at the same time. That's not an easy feat. You know, for an RTS veteran, that's not that hard because they're used to this kind of subcategorizing stuff and being like, oh, all this stuff's over here, that's fine, you know, blah, blah, and then, you know, but for just an average video game player, you know, like, this shit's no joke, man. You know, it's a lot of different stuff going on, a lot of game knowledge, a lot of, like, being on top of your stuff in terms of, you know, timing, so... You know, and then that's why, like, arguably, although I'm not a huge Dom fan, I think Dom is probably better to get new players into it at first. Because, you know, micro's not too hard of an issue. Although I think, again, in the higher levels of play, that's not, you know, because, like, every little thing starts to matter the more competitive you get. These Dark Riders did a lot. Locare put in work. Sorcerers of Death put in work. I'm getting a lot of buzzes on my phone. Avalanche Mortars, Poison Wind Globadiers did well. Yeah, that's unfortunate. These guys got shut down. Yeah, I think it's just a good amount of micro stuff, and then target priority. Like if you see a giant War Hydra come through, or remember to protect your flanks and protect your rear from skirmish cav, especially if you can see it coming. You gotta angle your stuff to try to deal with them. So just overall good stuff, but you know, just keep learning, keep playing. That's how it goes. All right, dude. I've only casted. I think I've only casted your game, like one game, bro. Unless I'm mistaken. That's not you. That's not you. Yeah, I think it's just that one game, brother. What the fuck, Balance? You fuck. What was that? Oh yeah, I think I almost lost this. I was yeah. Classic. Okay. No, I think you only cast one game, dude. I think it was just your lizard shredder sadness, I think. Well, you're welcome to send them this way, brother. But I think we're also on to the semifinals here, so I might be lying to you. Unless they take forever, then we might do something, but I'd like to refresh. I'd like to go to battle type. There we go. Ooh. Okay, I'll get your... Wait, are you on the lot? I think it's only top 5. I don't know. Romulus, do you make it? No, you missed it by 2. Tragic. I think. So I think we got to go to Penguins, and then I got to... yeah. We got to go to the Penguinators. But I will watch your replays if you send them, Romulan. Either after or... You made it? Okay. I didn't really... Well, let's see. Okay. Dude, it's for some reason my, I think it actually might be maybe your settings, actually. Um, because I turned off caster mode, or not caster mode, stream mode on Discord, but it just keeps blurring your name. So it just says R dot dot dot, and I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is. So we're gonna go into your game then. Maybe the bracket didn't refresh for me or something. Oh, there we go. Get our blocker. There we go. Oh yeah. Nah, Ryder, you didn't. Or Ryder, nah, Romulan, you didn't make it. Sorry, bro. I said it on stream, so it's true now. You're yeeted. Sorry, boys. I was just texting my friends about the Mike Tyson thing. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's see how the armies are developing here. Looks like we have two solid armies. Oh. So this is an interesting one. Bretonnian Tzeentch. I don't know. I feel like Tzeentch has a good amount of options to deal with Bretonnian cavalry shenanigans. And of course, as I say that, we're getting a Wood Elf Bretonnia match. Or, I don't know, is Romulan's Lizardmen? Is this a single faction tournament? May only play single faction. Right. Is that true? Because Zeus has played oh, I think you can play multiple. What? I don't know. I'm confused. I think I've seen people play multiple different factions as well this tournament. I'm not sure it was a single faction tournament. I don't remember what the announcement was before. I think Jeopardy's specified something about it, but I do not. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. It don't matter. It don't matter, brother. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's looking like it's multiple factions involved, which is good. I mean, for competitiveness wise, yes, this is better. For entertainment, it's fine. Like it is like single factions. I personally enjoy because it's like they usually go quicker. People get to learn their factions a bit more in depth, and explore all the matchups that they traditionally think is bad. I mean, I do like it because it's like if you're willing to play it, it potentially you have the potential to like discover something new about a matchup that people might not have thought about. And if people see you do it on stream, they may be inspired to try out different stuff. So I like that aspect of it. But in terms of like pure like trying to measure people's like talent or skill or whatever, it's not like the greatest. But I mean, there's not really we don't really have a crazy system that like can absolutely do that anyways. I think pick bands are as close as you can get really. Unless you use the tool or the faction picking tool. So like nobody knows anything and then you just randomly select stuff and then you're like, aha, and then you're like, oh fuck. But faction knowledge is perceived as like or the knowledge of knowing what your opponent is playing is perceived as like part of the game. So like if you have access to that knowledge, you should be able to action on it and thus pick bans and stuff or everything. But if people and nope, the Romulan has abandoned us. No, he has returned to us. Yes. Okay. What are these lads doing? What are they doing, man? What is going on? No, it's the finals. I'm not gonna hate on them too much here, but I would like for them to, decide, brother. Brother, may I have some oats? Give me the oats, brother. No, brother, they are mine. The tall, skinny figure gave them to me, brother, to me. Well, whatever shall we do? Oh god, the factions are flying like pancakes out here, dude. At like a actually functioning like Waffle House. Like what is going on, man? Come on, turn the radio on. Give me a faction so I can watch you play. Should I have gone to the Penguin game? Probably, because it's taking too long. I'm actually going to hit them up real quick. Oh, well, he's ready. Zeus is ready. Maybe this will urge the Rami Domulan to rom on onwards, brother. Onward, forward. Please, brother. Give me the games, brother. Let me feast upon them with my icicles. Let me absorb them. Become one with them. We all float down here. Let's see what the... Okay. What else have settled on a build? I think I like this build. I think I do. I think I really do. Yeah. Yeah, I like... Ooh. I like a lot of the choices here. That's what I like. I like some of the Lord choices that have been going on in this tournament, baby. Give me the cool lords, brother. Send them my way. Send them to me. Okay, dude. Let's see. I doubt that Penguin... I'm sure Penguin's game has started already. But just gonna check. Brother. Oh, I'm suffering. End my suffering. Press the ready button. Do it for me. King and country. Oh, the little ones sitting there watching from home. Praying that your brave Scaven will come back from the war one day, please. Please. Oh. Well, let's see. What was... who's in the top 4 then? Let me refresh the bracket. The brackety bracket. So we got 1, 2, 3. So it's Soter, Zeus, Romulan, Blood Penguin. So Blood Penguin and Soter playing. It's a rematch between Romulan and Zeus. And there we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's... I think a lot of overthinking. But I mean, you know, who am I to judge? It is the finals of a tournament. At the same time, I am also the very slowest player I know. That being said, this is slow for my standards, bastards. I'm looking at my imaginary watch, wondering what the time will be when we get out of this tournament. It's probably like Tuesday? Tuesday, perhaps? Alright. It's going. Ooh. Oh, yeah. The time has arrived. We have Scaven, armed by the legendary warrior, Romulan dog himself. We have the Wood Elves, armed by Zeus, the king of the gods. Can he prevail against the dog one more time? Or will there be blood to be spilled on the elven ranks? Alright, let's start with the Wood Elves. We will go Sisters. The super, he comes with his breath. That'd be crazy if you could, like, deselect their breath. Eagle Quiver, so good missile there. We have the passive from the thing, and then the rest are just passives. Yep. Does she have a rebirth, though? Because I think they can take that. Yeah, Conjoined Destiny, there you go. We have a Flock of Doom caster, it looks like. Yep. Power Stone, there we go. We have 2 Deepwood Scouts. Yep, both with Swift Shiva. We have 2 Wild Riders, 3 Wild Riders, 2 Glade Riders. Very simple beard, a simple build, but an effective one, I feel like, if he gets the correct surrounds here, and, you know, actually crumps the appropriate parts. Although, looking at this build of Rodman's, there's not a lot to crump. It's a very aggressive build. We will see for the HQ. Got a Gracier, who is of ruin. He'll ruin you. And, God, can I just look at his stuff? Unholy Clan, yep, the Bell. Warpstone Scroll, which is, direct damage, and, okay, interesting. Gen 13 spell is hilarious. Warp Lightning. No, Flensing, though. Flensing is fairly good, which I don't know if Romulan knows about in the current era. Very gross indeed. So no Flensing, but still a good combination of spells there. We have Dwarfing Menace, very gross. Oh, and I guess we have a Packmaster, but he is Jack and or shit, I think. He just is a Packmaster. Running with the pack. So he can heal Molder monsters, which are these things, not as Lord, but the Rogers, perhaps. Then we have the Dwarfing Menace with the Doom players. They're very gross right now. Other Doom players are pretty gross, but not as gross, but still very nasty. We have 4 Night Runners. We have 2 Wolverines. We have 1 Pit Fighters, which is the ones that can go Berserk mode, which is crazy. That's pretty cool. You don't see those too often. Then 2 regular Rogers. And that looks to round out his build, aside from these little slaves speckled out here. Yeah, there you go. 5 of those? 5 of those, 4 of those, 5 of those. Well, that is it. So, I mean, I think this is fairly aggressive for Scaven. And I feel like there's 2 ranged here. So I guess it's going to be, can he protect the Deepwood Scouts? Can these guys put in work? And get all their money's worth while being protected? Will the dragon be put to good use? Will the Night Runners be used appropriately? Will the Rogers countercharge the Cav correctly? Can the Rogers kill off Wild Riders with the help of dogs? I guess it's really more the Doomflayers that are really going to do it. You got to use the Doomflayers to counter the Cav. Charge in with Rogers. Have Night Runner support. Have Wolf Rat support. Yeah, so they're just going to be running at each other, man. It's going to be straight scrap time. Straight crumpening. Just a cage death match. Some damage here from the Sisters with their multi-shot. Deepwood Scouts targeting the Packmaster, getting some good damage in there. Wolf Rat's taking some damage from the Sisters here. Not sure if they're the most important target, but they will help chaff up all of the stuff. This Deepwood is getting very ballsy. I understand that the Wolf Rats can't exactly go in there by themselves. But if per se a Roger was here, I don't see why, couldn't get just a little frisky and try to take out these Deepwoods. Deepwood's getting pushed in on. Dryad's getting shot up a little bit. Is there a Gutter Runner in here? There's 1 Gutter Runner mixed in here. Yeah. Sneaky, sneaky, Romulan. And should deal some good damage to the Dryads. You want to probably leave the Scaven slaves in there, but not for too long. So this is pretty interesting. Full, like, infantry kite here. Scaven slaves running back, Night Runners running back. Dealing some good damage, but they're just going to let these deep woods just kind of do what they want at this point. Okay, now the Dryads are getting worked a little isolated. The Wild Riders need to be there to help and support. And, ooh, this is a fight that actually the Wild Riders do not want. Packmaster plus Dwarf Thing Menace. Packmaster running with the pack won't heal them, but he is decent enough at dealing with Cav with his high weapon strength. And the Dwarf Thing Menaces are just really those things are good at dealing with Cav in general. Center is breaking. The Dryads are breaking. The Night Runners and Gutter Runners thrown in there, helping out. These Dryads are coming in here piecemeal, and that's really not what you want to do. You kind of want to probably almost kite back together as much as possible. But now that he's broken the front line, it's going to be hard for the Wood Elves to kind of recoup a position here. The Cav kind of got messed up by Doomflayers and a Packmaster. Rat Ogres and the Doomflayers running right up the middle here. Sisters upon... how do you say this name? Sithenhar. What the fuck kind of elven bullshit is that? Okay, they're fancy green sparkly forest dragon legendary guy. It goes in to help, but it's really kind of too late almost at this point. The positionally Wood Elves are fucked. The value they are up on, but the position game is horrible right now. They're surrounded. These Gutter Runners are going to help get a ton of value here. The Night Runners, you know, they do actually, funnily enough, these guys have magic attacks, so their physical resistance don't mean shit. But just because they're surrounded and they're engaged on an awkward angle like that, yeah. Dragon coming in here, kicking some butt, but also getting absolutely jumped. This could be a rough position for if these guys actually get... Oh, no, they get blunted on the charge, though. They just get hit by these regular Doomflayers. If they got a clean charge in the back of those Rogers, or, yeah, those Rogers, they could totally wipe them out. Deepwood Scouts, not in a great position to shoot anything right now. They can shoot some of the pit fighters and kite back and do their thing, but right they're in the range of multiple Ninja Star Rats who are going to be hurting them pretty badly. And a bombardment's coming in, Warp Lightning. Or no, oh, a 13th spell. Oh no. Goodbye. I think it's over for the Wood Elves. I think there's no hope for them. I think, you know, no, but I mean, the reality is that the position is very rough for the Wood Elves at the moment. There's not a lot of things that can actually hunt down all the Scaven chaff at this point. There's one slightly healthy Wild Rider that is going to get shot to pieces right now. I mean, these guys are just blobbed, and they can, because they're just going to mass Throwing Star and then throw in these Doomflayers and absolutely shred this poor Cav. Yep, these guys are isolated. Point has been for the Wood Elves for a wee bit, 26 seconds, not enough to matter. Even if these guys get the rebirth, I think it is over. Oh, whoa, the Gracier's taking a lot of damage, though, and that is a really good Flock of Doom. Sisters are going to get up and maybe try to go for a rebirth. They have 6 ammunition left. They can, if they can get up into the sky, which they might be able to do with the help of these Wild Riders, let's see, yep, nice. So, she'll be able to take off, and then she'll be able to just shoot the Gracier, and maybe, oh god, if we turn it around here, if the leadership goes for the Scaven, it could be huge. It could be a turning point in the game. But I still think it's very dominant Scaven looking, mostly because the Wood Elves are going to run out of stuff. Oh god, okay, here we go. Here's the kicker. Here's the healthy Wild Rider. So this is a game now. This is most certainly a game. I didn't realize the Wild Rider was healthy over here. So he's going to come in, but he does run right into a bunch of this stuff. Now you want to dive in. Now. Because, like, these Wild Riders are going to take the brunt of the damage. I still would have just charged in with your commander now, with your Lord. and just go full throttle. And if she wants to shoot and all this stuff, these guys need to go. I mean, they can charge into these Rogers. They're going to start taking a lot of damage, though. This is a little risky. If these guys get on them, too, yeah, you need to charge your... So this might turn in the Wood Elf's favor because that one Wild Rider. Oh, brutal. And that's what I'm saying. These, like, just being able to deal with the Cav at the beginning was the part, and I thought he had, so I was like, okay, the game's probably set. But because he has this one Wild Rider, and the sisters have their heal, and his Lord's about to go, this is looking dubious. I think the Scaven might be in for a reversal here. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. Because, I mean, Romulus played that pretty well, but you definitely need to lock down that other Wild Rider, which I completely missed, was just off doing something. Packmaster, Doomflares, Rat Ogre's getting in here. But, oh, he's letting these Wild Riders just get chomped at, and that's what he's doing earlier. You can't let these guys just sit in with all this stuff. You need to move them away. Cycle charge. But it might not matter. I mean, I think his Lord, the Skaven Lord's dead. All these guys are terror routing. The Packmaster's still going to probably deal some good damage. Oh, no, but he's going to rout because of... Oh, and then here's the heal from the sisters. Oh, no. Yep. Well. There it is. I think that's game, boys. GG to both players. That was a really good match. That was a very good match. Because even with all that value down, like, Robin was still in a good position. And up until that Wild Rider came in. And then I think you had to focus all your attention on that Wild Rider once it came in. Like, all those, what are they, Doom Flares? They had to immediately beeline as soon as those Wild Riders came in. You had to ignore all the infantry and all the bullshit. Just go straight for the Wild Riders. Because he did leave these guys into combat for a while. With Packmaster, with Lord, with the Rogers, and with the other Flares. But other than that, you know, it's hard, man. You got to deal with that cat somehow. And if they elude you for too long, that is the tragic reality of what can happen to your poor Skaven friends. GG's, really well played to both, though. Really well played. All right. Okay. 1700 on the... Yeah, that Gracier did work. Yeah, I did too, Ron. If you hadn't had it muted, which I'm glad you did for sportsmanship reasons, but it was like I thought at first seeing the builds, I was like, ooh, it's gonna be hard for if he doesn't deal with the cab, it's gonna be hard. And then as soon as I saw you just obliterate like two of the cab, I was like, oh, he positionally has just destroyed him, so he'll be fine. And then I didn't realize that Wild Rider was like healthy off in the corner somewhere. And then it came back and I was like, holy shit, that changes everything. And he still left it in combat for a little long, and I was like, man, unfortunately they just were able to pull that through, you know. And the Flock of Doom's so strong right now. Wood Elves are so strong because of Flock of Doom right now. It's pretty intense. Okay. Yeah, good on the flares. Gracier did great, you know, Packmaster did good. Night Runners did their job. God, almost 3k value on those sisters though was brutal. It's okay on the spell slinger, yeah. And then yeah, the Deep Woods did good, and then one of those Wild Riders, yeah, the 1001 did very good for itself. Yep. Very, very good game though. Strong. Strong like bull. Okay. Yep, and I think top 4 is best of 1, unfortunately, to keep the world moving here. So now it is time. The grand finale. We have Zeus, the god of thunder, lightning, and all the other gods. Then we have a penguin in the next corner. Can Zeus defeat a penguin? One would hope so. Is it likely? I don't know. Plague Penguin is a very, very good player. Zeus has been holding his own this whole tournament, though. So, the up and comer versus the established Chad. We're going to find out who has the guts to take home the Pacific #4 Conquest Tournament trophy. Will it be Plague Penguin or Zeus, King of the Goods? What's this? Yeah. Okay, it's probably not Bretonnian magic. It's always something I don't expect, so we'll just have to sit tight. Zeus, yeah, Zeus has been playing pretty well here. He's been clutching up a lot, and his play has just been very clean, you know, very very clean. Plague Penguin, very good, very good. um, and I haven't seen any of his games today, so this is gonna be the first game. The first game I see of Penguin is in the finals. Classic, really. It's just really a classic Penguin move if you think about it. If you think about it hard enough. It seems like a real penguin-y thing to do. Okay, that's hilarious. Oh, was it Friday Night Fight? Okay, yeah, what Tequila posted in Friday Night Fights is hilarious. This is comedy. I am saving that. Oh, it's a video. No, definitely should be a GIF, bro. That's pretty funny though. Here, I think I can. What can I do? What can men do against such reckless hate? That's what I can do. Okay. Yes, look at this. Look at this glory. That's beautiful, bro. That I need to put that in GIF form so it can go. I mean, I guess you could download it and still use it as a thing, but whatever. Not as I want to send that to people. That's my problem. Okay, we're still seeing Bretonnia, so people are taking some stuff. So I'm going to take a little break. I will be back shortly. Oops. Do you want this up, though? Okay. I'll be back as we await the finalists' choices of their factions and armies. Let's do it. Ooh. Alright, looks like it's High Elves versus Grand Cathay. I think this is favored for High Elves nowadays, even though I really do like Grand Cathay. And I should play more so I can talk shit, because I do think they're better than people are giving them credit for, but I don't think they're that great. Like, overall, probably not great, but probably still have some tools that should make them good. I mean, their warriors are still very good. Jade warriors are still insane. Um, like they're just a very like tight and somewhat cost efficient faction. It's just that like I think certain faction types, and especially ones that have like a lot of range that can sit there and like poke away at their good ranged like factions that can't really like compete in their like zoning and range department. I think they like those matchups. But when it comes to stuff that have like mid-range archers or long-range archers like elves, it can be very rough for them because they might just get outspaced and then they have to go on the offensive, and their offense, although isn't the worst, is kind of clunky. It's more like, just like a weird, it's a round hole square peg type deal, it just doesn't quite fit the bill. They have some good stuff you can do, but it's like nothing feels like particularly aggressive about it whatsoever. Like you got to go crows, cheap cav. I mean, the warriors are fine, and then you probably want to bring some just archers, cheap archers in the backline, anyways, just to get their harmony bonuses going. I don't know. I really like all their lords though. Like almost all their lords are cool. I mean, well, all the lords I play. So I play almost exclusively legendary lords, and I like all of their legendary lords. Miao Ying is dope. Zhao is a good lord, and my favorite Yuan Bo, although not great, is just he does his job well, which is just pin down an important target and absolutely beat the crap out of it. Oh, whoops. I did not realize I was muted. Or wait, no, I did mute to blow my nose. I thought I muted earlier than that and fucked it all up and was just talking to myself. Which very well might be the case anyways. I'm pretty insane like that. That's quite the drop off. The high desert to the low desert, just a wall of sand. That's intense there. This just ends, I think, though, in like a water tile probably over here. Or no, just yeah. There you go. Okay. For the Plague Penguin, because we have not seen the boy all day. We got Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon, baby. Of course we do. We have Final Trans. No breath, though. Interesting. People like taking the breath so you can do it in dragon form. He has no other HQ, but he does have 3 Crane Gunners. He has 2 Iron Hail Gunners. He has 2 Onyx Crowmen. And a shit ton of cav. He has 5 peasant horsemen, a bunch of peasant long spears, 2 jade warriors. Now that is kind of an aggressive build. I mean, obviously he's got the iron hails and the crane gunners, right? But 3 crane gunners is still significant. I don't know if it's enough to overcome a shit ton of archers. We have, for the high elves, Alariel. God, I need to desensitize my camera. I forgot that I was playing earlier, so I hype it up when I'm playing, but when I cast, it makes it hard. Star of Avalorn, gross. Tempest, okay, to shut down any dragon shenanigans. I guess the crows will be used for this too. And then she has Earthblood, very good lord, and the melee defense is insane on here as well. Star Dragon. Then we have 1 Dragon Prince, Fireborn Dragon Prince, 4 Lions of Trace, 2 of those, And just, wait, just 2 spearmen? And then a Lyrian. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. I mean, obviously you're going to be picking stuff apart anyways. Seeing the crane gunners unload into the dragon. Dragon dodging some of the shots, a good amount of the shots. Yeah, that dragon is putting the jukes on those gunners, unfortunately. Gunners firing off into Fireborn. Taking 3, 4, 5, 4 models, so very good value there. Illyrian Reavers coming in to shoot off these guys. Now herein lies the problem of the crane gunners. Once these longer range basic archers get in there, they're pretty much going to dunk on them very swiftly, is the issue. These guys are going to have to waddle away. These guys are going to have to try to take out the archers, but they're just not going to trade well. Although the archers for Plague Penguin here... Oh, for some reason I don't know. I'm stupid. Plague Penguin is the High Elves. High Elves, yeah, the archers are going to be taking out the Iron Hails, which aren't, like, the top priority, really. I mean, you definitely want to get rid of those crane gunners. Zhao is falling back. I definitely think you honestly kind of want, like, I mean, maybe Final Trans is right here, but I feel like you want the breath, the dragon breath, to just start dealing with these archers. You know, crane gunners running away, but they're still not going to trade that great. There's only 3 of them to like 5 or 6. Yeah, 5 archers, 6 archers. Well, I guess technically with the Illyrian Reavers, it's 5 here. But you're outnumbered and pretty much outgunned when it comes to a firefight in terms of pure like HP and damage. Peasant Horsemen getting wrecked. The War Lions and Fireborn are on the prowl, but they haven't gotten around the formation yet. And the Spearmen just need to keep readjusting here, but they're not. So there's pretty much free reign here. These peasants need to intercept them, but they're just going to die very quickly, so the Spearmen need to get in there. The Iron Hail's doing some crazy stuff. They're walking up in the middle. The Star Dragon's going to get on him. Zhao maybe should go and help there. The Dragon Princes are freed, but they're not around the formation. Iron Hail's probably going to get shot up. I don't know if they're getting any shots on to anything right now. They just got charged by the War Lions. Those War Lions, those kitties are going to deal a lot of damage. So that's not great for Iron Hail business. Dragon Princes, yeah, trading great into Peasant Horsemen. Crane Gunners still running for their lives. Just not a lot. Like, I mean, it's hard to screen out these very mobile, like, heavy cav and, like, monstrous cav with just infantry. That's why you need Jade Lancers to supplement. That's why you need to keep the formations kind of tight in the back line, too. Crane Gunner's gone. And I think pretty much that's going to be the game. Because there's so much high elf skirmish left. That's just going to be over. 1 second. Alright, we back. Zhao transforms, but I think it's pretty much hitting the end game here. We're at about a 3,000 value difference. Archers are going to pretty much toast the rest of this army. So yeah, I mean, the issue here is kind of as I described. The mid-rangeness of High Elves is like very suited to counter the skirmish of Grand Cathay. And you probably want to bring a more aggressive army if you're going to try to take a matchup like this. Or you go full throttle and you bring like maybe a crane gun or 2, but then you bring like 3 to 4 like of the fire rain rockets, and you just like try to rain hell upon all of the archers before they get close, and you sit near the back of the map and you know do what you can. Like that's pretty much about seeing a Star of Avalorn go down on these guys. Zhao's going to get absolutely cooked by the Fireborn and the Dragon. It is very much OV, but yeah, I would say probably like Fire Rains or just AoEs to just try to clear the archers. And then you need some cheap protection and stuff, but it's really about just getting those archers down. And then, I mean, because then you need the guns to be alive to somehow kill the cav and stuff, and the cav's not going to go down easy. And just a rough matchup, in my opinion. Well played to both players, but yeah, I think Zeus didn't realize how brutal of a matchup that could be, and also Blake Penguin is going to excellently capitalize on that because it's, the boy knows what's up, unfortunately, for the Zeus. Zhao did pretty okay, didn't pay for himself, but yeah, it's just hard, I mean, you had to kite and do weird stuff to make that work, and you have to be very tight with your formation and be very careful with the Chroman. And he also had Tempest, so he could fuck with the Chroman and Zhao. It was just a very well thought out build. So GG's. GG's. Oh yeah. So congrats to the Plague Penguin, Blood Penguin, whichever version. Like he needs to do the other two versions, like Zinch and the Slanesh version of the Penguins, because he has Plague and he has Blood, but I don't think he has the Zinch, uh, or the Slanesh Penguin version. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight, guys. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. Next time I will be streaming tomorrow, Sunday on the 17th for Shetland's King's Cup tournament. Hopefully I'll be going a little further in that one so we get a good stream, but who knows? I might just get knocked out round one anticlimactically. So there you go. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Congrats to Blood Penguin again. And thank you, RTK, for hosting. Thank you, Jet Bardos. Thank you, JP. And everybody who was working on this to make it work. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one. Be safe. Be well. Peace out.